Hello, everyone. Welcome to Transparent Podcast. We have another special guest. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Brayon, but you can call me B. I am from Atlanta, but I just moved here from New York, and I am 26.
New York, what part of New York are you from?
I lived in Harlem, Spanish Harlem, so Manhattan area.
Oh, shoot. Okay. I've never been to New York. How was it growing up in Harlem? Like childhood and stuff like that?
No, I've lived in 11 different states.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, tell us.
So my mom just liked to move around a lot. Both her and my dad were in the service before, I was born. I moved to New York in 2017 after getting a divorce.
Okay.
And I lived there with both of my siblings and my mom, and I like New York for the food, but I hate it in general because, not because of homeless people, but, it starts to stink, there's a bunch of trash, people are kind of crazy, so.
Does it get really overcrowded too with the, homeless?
Yes, because they do tend to reside on the trains and everything like that, and some of them tend to like to do very inappropriate things on the trains and in the subways. So it's a little weird. Don't talk to them. Don't say anything because because some of them kind of have mental issues. So you don't want to kind of stir them up, and then people start fighting. So you leave them alone. You mind your business.
Yeah. Just a keynote to anybody watching: if you in New York, stay off the subway.
And that's the only way to get around, though. It's if you don't have a car, and traffic is horrible, so subway is where it's at. Just don't talk to anybody. Just leave it alone. Just mind your business. Go to where you're going. You won't be messed with, hopefully.
Y'all taking notes? Be cordial. What, I guess, do you kind of do for a living? And, do you have any hobbies or anything you into, really?
So, I'm in the military.
Okay.
I'm on leave right now, so technically not doing any work.
Oh, okay.
Hobbies, I'm more of a homebody. I love to read. I watch anime.
My sister, she big into anime?
Yes, so that's what I've been into my entire life. My older brother got me into it.
Okay.
I love listening to music. I will blast my music anytime. I don't care. R&B all day.
Okay.
But being here, I see that outdoor activities are more of the thing. So I'm trying to get more into
the Colorado vibe.
Yeah, I don't. Colorado's all right, but I do want to start hiking and stuff like that. Kind of get outdoors.
Okay. Hey, and if you in Colorado, if you have that Colorado native sticker on the back of your car, stay away from me. Respectfully. That's what they say in New York, right? Respectfully. Maybe.
I mean, they're pretty disrespectful. So I don't know.
Maybe they say it to be disrespectful.
Yes.
Got you. What is your ideal first date? If you could make the date for the guy, what would that kind of look like? They want all the details.
Okay, so I'm actually pretty shy.
Okay.
And
some of the details.
Yes. I'm really shy, so the best way to kind of get me out my shell is an amusement park, or I love going to museums. I'm so weird. But stuff like that, where we can talk.
Interactive too.
Yes.
Not just sitting across the table and eating.
Yeah, because that's awkward. Because sometimes I don't eat in front of everybody, and I don't eat everybody's food, so you just can't. Don't just take me anywhere. But I mean, movies is okay.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. We just have to vibe. I don't just jump on dates really fast and be oh hey, I just met you 2 days ago. Let's go on a date. I have to talk to you for a couple of days first to see if we vibe. But amusement parks, I would love to go.
That sounds fun. An amusement park, I think. I know one person that for a first date, and I want your opinion if it to you seems overboard or not. So a guy was really trying to impress a girl, and for the first date he took her to do the hot air balloon thing. What is your what would you think of that?
So I actually want to go on a hot air balloon. But I feel I think it would be nice. But you have to know if people like heights or not. Because if they're afraid of heights, then you just wasted like $300 for nothing. So that's why talking is key. Getting to know what people like first, and then kind of like go off it from there.
How important are like vibes to you?
It's actually really important to me. I don't want to sound like mean, but I get bored easily. Like if you can't like hold me in a conversation, if we can't like have something in common to talk about, then it's gonna be awkward.
What has your like longest relationship been? Roughly, a guesstimate.
I guess it would have to be my marriage. We were together for 3 years, married for 2. Yeah, so yeah, that's my longest.
Okay. Do you think all men cheat?
No. I don't believe all men cheat.
The cameraman is happy back there.
I mean,
it's hope.
I know a lot of men that are very faithful, have never cheated. So I'm not going to generalize everyone and be like, oh, all y'all cheat, all y'all liars. People are going to do what they want to do. If they really want to be with you, they will of course be faithful. And if they want to do what they want to do and just act a fool, they're going to do that. You can't stop anybody from doing.
So I like what you said, as far as like, you can't, actually stop someone from doing whatever they're going to do or what have you. What is your thoughts on those people who say for example, a woman is with a man and say, oh, I can change them or make them better? I mean, I know what I think on it, but
you can't change anybody who does not want to be changed. I'm so sorry. I have tried it and like, oh, I'm gonna, stay with them and then maybe they'll come around and see my way and everything like that. No. If people want to change, they will change. If like, hey, this is what I want, and if they're like, I can't give you this, then they can't give you it, and they're not going to. Like, don't be like, oh, well, maybe I'll wait around for, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and then you still with the same person that you was with day one.
Do you think someone who did the opposite of what you just said, would that be considered, or would you consider that a toxic relationship? Someone who's in a relationship because of the, attraction or whatever, but they are not necessarily, I guess, suit for the other person yet, but they feel that they can change them? Or what? How would you define toxic? How would you define a toxic relationship?
Okay. A toxic relationship, honestly, has some form of abuse in it. Verbal, emotional, mental, physical. Somebody basically mistreating you. They know they're mistreating you, and you're just basically allowing it, unhealthy arguing, because all arguments are not unhealthy as long as you guys are like listening to each other. Like a debate is fine, but if all you're doing is arguing, cussing each other out, leaving, coming back, breaking each other's things,
oh yeah, that sounds toxic right there.
That's too much, and I personally would never stay in a situation like that.
And women, stop keying cars. No, I'm just kidding.
And don't put no sugar in no tanks. I've heard that. I've heard it. I know a friend who did it, and I was like, girl, you put sugar in his tank.
Oh, so you actually know?
I know somebody. They were young.
Was this in New York?
No, this was in Georgia.
Oh,
they was from the South. So
where does Southern hospitality go? Put sugar in the tank.
Hey, trying to make them sweeter, I guess, but. Yeah, don't put no sugar in no tanks. Don't bleach nobody's clothes. Just leave them alone. Leave them alone.
I got another question for you. So, actually, let me start like this. What do you think about men who are gamers?
Okay, what do I think?
Yeah, I know I left that real big. Purposely.
Personally, I don't have a problem with them. Like, I like my personal space, and I want my significant other or whatever to have their own hobbies. You don't have to be in my space all day. If you want to sit on your game and play your game, that's fine. Hopefully, sometimes I can jump in, you know, as long as it's not like 2K and nothing like that. But
hey, she said no 2K.
No no. You can play 2K, but I'm not gonna jump in on 2K.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
nah. Like if you're playing Mortal Kombat, Tekken, you know, COD, I'll jump in with you.
With that.
Yeah, but you know, do your thing. We don't have to be up under each other all the time. Even if I'm sitting next to you and you playing your game, I'm most likely reading, doing something else.
Wow.
I'm perfectly okay with it.
Hey, y'all hear that? You can be on the game.
Yes. I mean, I grew up, you know, playing video games. My brother really got me into them, so I'm not going to tell you to stop doing something. Like, go for it. I don't care.
Okay. I know that there are some gamer men, they're really into the, you know, the live gaming with the headsets, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel? Because I seen I think it was a Facebook video on a guy who, he was a gamer. Mm-hmm. However, he was playing on live with women. Does that matter to you? Does that not matter?
I mean, as long as y'all aren't flirting, I don't care. Like, it's not going to be a big deal. Like, oh my God, who is she? And why is she talking to you like that? Yeah. No, you better not save her. That's toxic. That's so childish, because I'm like, they're just playing a video game. But if it goes beyond that, and then
that's a different situation.
That's a different situation. Do
you have like an ideal, I don't know, man, as far, let me start with this. Does height matter? Hey, y'all, we have, y'all requested this question, so
for me,
for you personally, this is
me,
for
yes.
Okay.
I'm 5'9", so you have to at least be taller than me. I don't wear heels all the time, but I refuse to look down on my significant other. I personally just cannot do it.
I'm still digging on this. So you said you 5'9". Can you tell us the specific height at least he has to be? Because me, that's like, the guy is going to come up him like, oh, I'm 5'9.5". Like, I'm good. Is
that's
that good?
Fine. 5'9" and taller. As long as we're seeing eye to eye, I'm okay. Because like I said, I don't wear a lot of heels, so I'm not tripping on that. But you cannot be shorter than me. Right, so that's where I draw the line.
Hey, everybody on those profiles, make sure you're at least 5'9" or up.
Yeah, hey, I get a lot of short people. They're like, oh, I'm like 5'4", 5'7", and I'm like, like, we could be friends. We could be cool.
Oh shoot, mini heart attack.
Yeah, no, I'll swipe left on that quick.
With that, how important are looks to you as far as like the guy?
So,
I mean, with looks and personality, like say out of 10, what does the
personality has to be on 10. Like, personality has to be on 10. Like, I can't be with somebody who's boring, because me and my family are very goofy, very outspoken, and I need somebody to kind of like match our energy. You know, you don't have to be on 10 all the time. Like, you don't have to be like screaming and hooping and hollering and, you know, being a clown.
Doing too much.
Yeah, because I get irritated very easily. So, like, if you're on this level and I'm like, all right, and I can't control my face, so you'll see it. You'll see that I'm irritated.
She gonna tell you go play the video game.
Exactly. Don't swear. But personality really has to kind of like mesh. And then looks, you don't have to be like some male model, no Tyson Beckford, no mess like that.
I don't even know who that is.
You know, he's a really famous male model from, you know, back in like the 90s and stuff, early 2000s.
Hey, I will be looking him up after this.
Yes. Oh, or
for training purposes only.
Do you know who Morris Chestnut is?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so you don't have
chocolate brother.
Yes, you don't have to be no Morris Chestnut or Shamar Moore and stuff like that. Just like, you know, of course, be healthy. You know, I mean, that's honestly it. Like,
it's good to go with you.
Yes, good body odor, you know, stuff like that. That's what I care about.
So for the guy, as far as the body and everything, like, does he have to be like a gym rat? Does he have to just work out like a few days a week at least, or can he just sit on the couch?
No, don't be no couch potato. Like, don't.
Like the cameraman back there.
Yeah. I mean, he looks pretty fit.
No,
I see a little bit of muscle.
He was at the gym right before he came here.
Yeah, so I mean,
we not gonna clown him.
Like, I don't care if you're a gym rat, you know, but like, just be healthy. Even if you don't go to the gym, like, oh, I hike, like, oh, you know, I bike or something like that, because like, I'm a little thicker, so I don't need you to be like a pole and nothing like that. I mean, somebody that's a little bit,
Y'all
thicker.
need to see his reaction behind the camera.
I'm just saying. I'm being honest. Like, I just can't.
How important is mental health in a relationship as far as like, because a lot of people, I would say, I won't even say a lot of people. There are people who kind of neglect their own mental health. Mentally, you can get stressed out with work, kids, things like that. Mm-hmm. How important do you feel like your partner's mental health need to be, and then yours needs to be as far as the relationship to work? Or can you kind of, be stressed out, your partner be stressed out about whatever it is coming home from work, and things still be good? Or is it really important to...
Okay, so mental health is actually very important to me. I myself go to therapy because everyone needs it. Like, because there's, of course, things that have happened in your past that you've not gotten over, and, things in the present, people worried about their future. Just for your mental well-being, go to therapy. I don't mind it. I'm not going to make fun of you. Like, oh, you're a man. You don't need to show no emotions. You're okay. That's also toxic. Don't do that. You go to therapy if you definitely feel like you need it. Of course, some people grow up with less trauma, but I feel like there's always something that you can talk to somebody about. So you have to be on point, because I'm working on myself. So you at least need to be working on yourself too. Like, I can't have somebody who just has all this emotional baggage that they're not handling, because I tend to be a fixer. And I want to fix people all the time.
But you're working on it.
Yeah, I'm not fixing nobody else. I'm so sorry. After the last one, that's it. I'm not here. I'm not here to fix no man. Because you tend to take on their emotional baggage as well, and that can also mess you up and hurt you internally. So not gonna do it.
That's really good. So as far as like a few last words for like specifically women out there, what advice would you have for them as far as like, women who are single, thinking about getting into a relationship based off like your experience and everything? What can you tell the single women as far as what should they look for, or should they take their time, rush, or like what advice can you give to any women out there?
Honestly, take your time. There's 7 billion men in this world. I don't know how many, per se, but there's a lot. There's a lot of fish in the sea. And if somebody is not giving you something that you want, do not compromise on it, because later it can cause resentment, and you're like, oh, well, you've never done this for me, but you've never required it from them either.
So not lowering the standards.
Yes. Do not lower your standards, because you are going to be upset in the end. I mean, of course, there's always compromise, and that's understandable. You have to know your non-negotiables and the things that you won't compromise on.
Your deal breakers?
Yes, that's the word. So just be patient. You will find your person.
Do you have any like social media, anything, if people want to follow you or what have you, do you want to shout out?
So my Instagram is private.
Okay.
But
IG is private.
I mean, you can follow me. Don't be no weirdo, please. Cause
she will not accept weirdo requests.
Yes, because I have Disclaimer. My kids. I have my kids on, my Instagram and stuff like that. I don't need no weirdos around me. Okay. But it is. Give me a second.
She about to get the IG for y'all.
Yes.
But don't think we'll get accepted.
Yeah, it's _ brown sugar with 2 R's at the end. So
okay.
Yes.
Shoot. Well, that's her IG. I hope you guys and you ladies got some good information, some good content. When I post this video, make sure you like it, comment, let us know if you want to see her back on again.
I would love to come back,
Cool.
Talk about motherhood, anything else that is needed. I definitely don't mind, because he's not my only, he's my youngest, so I have one more older than him.
So if you guys wonder, that's the youngest that's been in the background.
6-month-old.
Yeah, emphasizing on it, 6 months.
Yes.
Throwing an emphasis on the podcast. All right, so Thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
If you guys want, we'll try to get her back on, possibly talk about motherhood, things like that she mentioned. And I just want to thank you for watching another episode of Transparent, and we'll see you guys later.